Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Wednesday to you. I'm coming to you to do stamping through my stash. And the philosophy behind this is that I like to ink up a set that I haven't used before, and I ink up all the stamps and I use all the dies so that you can see what they look like. And I also do it for me because I find that it does two things. First of all, it lets me double check to make sure that everything is working the way it should, that all the stamps stamp clearly and that all the dies cut well. Just yesterday, I used a die for the first time and it did not cut well. And I thought first it was maybe because I was using pattern paper instead of cardstock, but it also didn't work well with cardstock. So then I was able to you can call or email Stampin' Up and ask them to replace something that's defective. So that's really, really nice. But if you wait too long, you can't do that. So that's why it's important when you get new stamping supplies that you try them out right away. No matter what it is, make sure that they work. And 99.9% of the time, they will. The other great benefit of stamping through your stash is that you will use your products if you've inked them up and if you've used the dies. It inspires you. So I will take all the extra die cuts and stamped images, tuck them into a little baggie, and put them in the stamp case so that the next time I pull it out, I already have a head start. So this today, here you go. There's absolutely nothing here to see. I'm going to show you the dies first because these, and it was not even these ones, it's these that made me really want this set. So these ones are really detailed with the flowers on either end, and they're meant for sentiments. And then this one layers inside of the big one. So those are the dies. And then here, I'm going to show you, are the die cut flowers. So there's a lot of flowers. I mean, this is, each is one set. So there's one set of berry burst and one set of fresh freesia. And then there's the stamped flowers. This is with two-step, an outline stamp, and a solid. And then we have this die here. I almost broke it, this long one, which is really pretty. And then we have two leaf dies. Okay, so those are the two. You can also layer them over top of each other. We'll do that in a minute. And then I've done this with an embossed thanks on Parakeet Party. And then here we have the two together. And the way you do that, you have to bend it out of the way. I find that if you kind of bend this up a little bit, then it works. So you can tuck the first one in quite simply, and then you kind of have to bend it a little bit, and then you can tuck it in. See? It's really pretty. I love the stitch detail on the ends. So those are the dies. And now we're going to, I don't want to mess up my little display here. You can see the multiple dies for the flowers so that with you get a lot of little flowers with just one crank. I love that. It's very thoughtful. So here is the stamp set. Lots of different word combinations and font combinations. So I've already put them all on a block. And here. Actually, you know what? I need my white piece of paper. So we're just going to ink this up with Memento. So there's lots of different things that you can do with the words. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a good hard press because I have so many. There. So just for you, you are amazing. And then, well, let's do these and then we can see. You know what? I don't think I have quite enough room. We'll take this one off and then I'll do that one later. Okay. Let's ink these up. So these scripty words can combine with the typeset words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the thanks is just about off the edge. So let's, oh yeah, let's celebrate you, thinking of you. Thanks, dear friend. You are amazing, dear friend. So you can see all the options there. Okay, oops. Now there comes all my die cuts just came off of there. Let's have a look. We're going to use a color now. Okay, so I'm going to use Berry Burst for the outline. You know what? Let's do it this way. Tap, tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to do 2 so that you can see them beside each other. So, and then this is the fill-in one. I'm going to use bubble bath for that. Tap, tap, and then just kind of hover over top. There we go. See how pretty that is? And then we have our stem. So you could use that floral with a die cut if you wanted. I would maybe make you do it a little bit sideways or whatever. Or you could use the die cut with flowers and more. You know, I haven't figured that out yet. So this is just a beginning. So now here we have the leaves. I'm just going to do that for now. And then I'll just stamp off here. Oh, that's really light. Let's do another one. And then, here. I'm just going to peel that off. I should clean it. I didn't, which means I probably have inky fingers now. So you can do this by itself, or you can layer it. See, that looks cool too. And if you want to do this one with that, then you can just use a marker to color the stem. That's what I did for the one. So you can just use the marker to color the stem and then stamp it right in there. So that's a cool little trick. So now we're going to make a card with all these images. I think I've stamped them all. Yep, I have. And what I wanted to do was take a stamp on here, and I wanted to use this as a background stamp, tone on tone. So Berry Burst on Berry Burst, but I'm going to get some grid paper. Oh, I think it's been going the whole time. No, it hasn't. Thank goodness. Okay, we're going to do some collage stamping. You know, no matter how many times you've done videos, you still sometimes freak out that you think you're doing it wrong. Which is... Oh, so that's darker than I thought it would be, but that is tone on tone. And then I'm going to do a few other flowers in between. Important to go off a little bit. And then maybe up here. There. I think that looks pretty good. So now we have this. And we can put that on a white base. So pops nicely. Now we don't need the grid paper anymore. So it's nice using the flowers as a background and then to have this as a pop of color, and then you've got the image is duplicated in the die cut, which looks really nice. And then to up the ante even more, you can take some of the little die cuts, see, and we'll add a little fresh freesia in for the flowers. And you can leave the little insides in, or you can take them out, however you like. We can also add a little Berry Burst. Although the Berry Burst doesn't pop quite as much. I like the fresh freesia, to be totally honest. And I don't want to cover all the flowers, I just want to do a few. And here's another one. And I think that we'll just add some glue dots in here. I just wanted to lay them out to see what was the nicest combination. So I've got 2 on one side, and then we'll do 3 on the other. Which other one do I want to use? Not sure. Still not sure, but let's see. Maybe we'll do a 3rd one over here, like so. There. I think that looks really pretty, and now we have to decide on our words. So I've got my pokey tool and the blue dots. And we'll just pick up a blue dot, put it on the back. And there. It's okay if it's not perfect. It's nice to see a little shadow behind. Here. There. It's a little finicky, but it's those little extra details that make your card really stand out. And the color coordination of Stampin' Up, that everything goes so well together, just also makes your card look that step above. I'm going to put this one under here because it was already a little scrunched up. And now a nice big fresh glue dot on the other one. There, well, it's not so fresh anymore. It's okay. I like it that this one has all the little bits still in it. We'll see if that holds up or not. There. And now, I'm just going to move this for a minute. We're going to stamp Let's Celebrate You in Berry Burst. Let's celebrate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now it's time to put our card together. I like using liquid adhesive because it gives me some wiggle room to straighten out the card in case I put it down crookedly, which happens more often than you would think. Especially when you're doing a video, you're not standing right above your card, you're kind of standing on a bit of an angle. And usually if you line up the top 2 corners, that helps you get it right. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Good enough is good enough. And now I want to add a little bit of interest to this and pop it up. Okay, especially when you have a fairly simple card, dimensionals really make a difference. They add some visual interest. And because this is cardstock, you don't really need another one in the middle. If I was using pattern paper, that's a little flimsier, then you're going to want to add that 5th dimensional. And now I'm going to put it down so that there's about 1/3 above and 2/3 below. And that's really all it needs. It's just really pretty. And then in the inside, if you wanted to, you can either do I kind of like adding this nice die cut. Couldn't even think of the words. And I'm going to leave these guys in here. Usually oh, it just came out, so I guess I won't. I usually use a sponge to sponge on the adhesive, but I'm just doing a little bit of a light dab here. Okay. Turn it around. It's so fresh, this parakeet party on basic white. And then we're going to add a pop of color with this one. It looks a little bit small, doesn't it? I don't know if you could make a cluster of flowers or if you would use like this. That looks nicer, doesn't it, than just the single. That's what we'll use. There we go. And then I'm going to leave it blank because I don't know who I'm celebrating and what the occasion is. Okay, so that was Stamping Through My Stash with Sentimental Park. And then here are a few other cards I made for my primetime group, and it uses the same set. You can see the beautiful die and just the word thanks. The paper is called, oh goodness, Delightful Floral, and it's an online exclusive. And here we go in there. So you can also see this adds puts a few together, and this was embossed on pattern paper. So anyway, I had a lot of fun showing you Sentimental Park with the dies, and the links will be in the description of my video. So please, if you want to shop with me in Canada or in Europe, I would love your business, and I will send you a PDF tutorial bundle as a thank you. Happy stamping. I hope I've inspired you. If you loved my video, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends. You can just click on the share button and share it to Pinterest, Facebook, wherever. That is a huge help to me. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being a part of my stamping community. Have a super day. Bye.